Mr. Ashok Srivardhana, Chairman of National Institute of Plantation Management. Dr. Prasad Dharmasena, Director General of the Institute. And also Dr. Upali Sedara, Secretary to the State Minister of Education Reforms. And also members of the head table, other distinguished guests, and my dear friends. So let me at the outset thank Chairman, Director General, and the organizers of all important this event, the second National Symposium on Sustainable Plantation Management by NIPM, for having invited me. And also I missed the inauguration ceremony early in the morning due to another commitment, but I know Honorable Kanakahira raised the occasion in the morning. So we were listening to different papers presented by the researchers, which were quite enthusing. And also I commend at this particular moment efforts taken by NIPM over a period of time. Since its inception is 1979, so NIPM has a long history of 41 years. So during that period of time, those who had worked here, who had shared the vision of the NIPM, had contributed immensely to the development of the Sri Lankan plantation industry. I know we are talking about human capital development today. I was quite unfortunate to miss the keynote address by Dr. Upali Sedara. I know you have done a wonderful job as usual. I will follow it up perhaps in some other time. But so NIPM has contributed significantly to the plantation sector development. So over a period of 150 years, Sri Lankan plantation sector had been part and parcel of the Sri Lankan social fabric. So importance of it has become more important today for us to understand the management, sustainable management of the plantation industry, which is the topic of the symposium today. So this industry had contributed significantly over a period of time. Today, it's directly contributing to at least 4 million people of the country income-wise. So we have a responsibility as a responsible government under the stewardship of His Excellency the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and also the ministry. We do utmost to provide that necessary support to enhance the sustainable plantation industry development. So in that regard, I know I have seen in the lists of yours the different research papers presented. I was listening to some of them, they are quite interesting. They have taken a lot of effort to present those papers. And I saw that it was more difficult to answer some of the questions posed by Professor Buddhimarve. They take a lot of effort. Hopefully you wouldn't ask any questions from the minister. So I have that liberty, right? So in your listings I saw how best you can utilize the soil, enriching soil. How can you improve the productivity, and also the value addition, and how to disseminate technology, and also how do you develop your policy framework in relation to plantation industry. So the policy framework wise, our government have been very clear. Vision of the government, vision of His Excellency the President, is to strengthen the Sri Lankan agricultural sector, specifically the plantation sector of the industry. So we have taken all the decisions that we had to take during last year in line with that. So we have taken, when it comes to tea, rubber, coconut, other export agriculture, everything, we have provided what we could. And we are trying to strengthen those sectors with further budgetary allocations and also imparting knowledge and by supporting all those activities. So when it comes to tea, starting from the planting, not only tea, actually rubber, coconut, everything, we've been liaising with these different institutions, namely Rubber Research Institute, Tea Research Institute, Coconut Research Institute, Sugarcane Research Institute, and also not forgetting the most important NIPM, National Institute of Plantation Management. How best we could provide planting material to the farmers? How can we support them? How to mitigate climate change? How can we provide them with the much needed solutions in relation to irrigation mechanisms? So we are providing more grants, more loans, more assistance. From this year onwards, we increase the allowance for the new plantations, replantations. And also there will be a subsidy or loan scheme introduced to provide irrigation systems to their cultivations. So starting from plantations, good quality planting material. When it comes to the manufacturing process, it could be in tea, it could be in coconut, it could be in rubber industry. We are asking them to produce good quality tea or rubber or coconut products. So we are streamlining, we are bringing out the rules and regulations to fall in line and produce good quality tea, which protect the Ceylon tea name in the world. And also in relation to exports, through technology after 137 years, we created this online auction system. Fortunately, because of that, during turbulent times, socially and health-wise, we managed to retain our income. But we want to further strengthen, Tea Board, Tea Research Institute, and all those institutions played a key role in establishing online auction system. And we are very happy to state the fact that even during 2020, which was one of the worst years that the world has seen after great economic recession in 1929, I would say. But Sri Lankan exporters, especially in the plantation sector, fared well. So we now have the statistics in 2020. We have gained about 230 billion Sri Lankan rupees from tea exports, underlining the fact that we had severe drought during the first 3 months of last year. But our yield came down by 20 million kilos, which was very significant despite all our efforts. But our export income retained at the same level at 230 billion Sri Lankan rupees as against 235 in 2019. Our rubber exports, we received about 150 billion as against 165 in 2019. But significantly, our export income from coconut related products went up to 123 billion. That was the highest ever. So we have seen our export income from the other export crops, including cinnamon, pepper, will also go up in 2020. So expecting more, at least our industry to grow by 12 to 15% in 2021. Hopefully we have good climatic seasons, we can get the rainfall, we'll have streamlined the fertilizer distribution, we're providing, increasing the subsidies and the loan schemes, there will be new loan schemes introduced to farmers, also the manufacturers and exporters. So we are providing that support. Hopefully we'll have at least 12 to 15% growth income-wise. We understood that Sri Lankan tea is the best tea in the world. We understood Ceylon cinnamon is the best cinnamon in the world. And also we understand now Sri Lankan coconut, Ceylon coconut is the best coconut in the world. We've seen a lot of new orders for coconut related products. We earned 120 billion Sri Lankan rupees, and there are countries who produce more coconut than in our country, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines. But people ask, Ceylon coconut now. That's the richness in the soil. So even though our land mass is smaller, even though we might not be able to compete with bigger countries in relation to quantity, we should be able to compete definitely on the quality side. So let us assure together we retain the quality of the Sri Lankan produce covering all these subjects. So I think you have most of the people, those who are here today, they have been in this industry for a longer period of time. I'm quite a newcomer to this industry, but during last year I managed to learn a lot of things, and I'm still learning from people who have a lot of experience. So I commend the activities of all the sectors, starting from the farmers, exporters, the manufacturers. They have done a wonderful job. But we must also remember at the end of the day, our contribution to the agricultural sector, even though it's covering a sizable population of the country, export income wise, and also the contribution to the gross domestic product wise, is not that significant. It's at the 10% level. We should be able to lift it up to further heights. So we have that strength. We have the soil, we have the knowledge base, we have the expertise, you have the vision, you have the passion over there. So why not? We should be able to together we should be able to drive these industries to further heights with your support. So let us reassure that as a ministry we would provide whatever the assistance you need, especially to the learning sector. Sri Lankan people consider free education and free health as the two jewels of the crown of the Sri Lankan nation. So imparting knowledge is the most important thing. Dr. Sendra must have clearly explained. So imparting knowledge is something very important. So let us welcome the move by the National Institute of Plantation Management. Let me congratulate them again, all the presenters, the organizers, having done a wonderful job. Let us meet again more frequently to discuss about and develop avenues in relation to development of the Sri Lankan plantation sector. Thank you very much and all the best to you.